I'm back again to do my makeup and tell some stories. What I'm gonna talk about is basically what living with my homie Jess has been like. Oh, I'm also gonna do a makeup look while I tell these stories. I'm gonna use my new BH Cosmetics Zodiac palette that I just got, brand new, haven't used yet. I'm a Libra. So basically Jess Gray is my childhood friend, cousin, neighbor. Her family lived across the street from my family growing up. And we grew up as buddies. She's right behind you. Jess and I lived together for 3 years. Three apartments. 3 crazy moves. What I want to talk about first is actually a story from way back in the day. When you're 20 and 23, 22, it's not really that big of a difference. But when you're 10 and 12, it's like a huge difference. Oh, I have to put on primer. I'm scrambled. Jess had a pool growing up, so she was having like a pool party for her birthday because it's in July. Beautiful time of year. We had this competition where you had to jump in the pool, swim across the pool, get a thing, swim back. It was pretty much a survivor challenge. And I was like, all right, I can keep up. Oh yeah, you also had to put on these like giant pajamas. That was part of it.
They were giant, they were mine.
They were just falling on my body and I was trying to swim across the pool. I was drowning. So Trish had to jump in the pool after me. Jess's mom jumped in, grabbed me, swam me to one side, swam me back. Like, I didn't even make it halfway. And I was so embarrassed. I was like, I can't believe I couldn't do it on my own. For my makeup look, I'm gonna try this weird trick that people are doing on Instagram. I'm gonna take a liquid frost from Jeffree Star and I'm gonna put it all over my face before my foundation. Hopefully it doesn't turn me pink because I have really pink skin already. Oh. My hands are all full of cream and slippery. I actually can't do it. So basically, I'm just gonna put this all over my face. Well, Jess's family has this awesome camp, and I started just like tagging along. I became a permanent +1 to all of Jess's family events. Like, that family has a lot of events to go to, and I was at every single one. One time we were going on Canadian Day. I almost said Canadian Tire. we were going to camp on Canada's Day weekend. We got stuck in traffic on the way. We were like literally there for 10 years. We had to pee. And so we, like, it wasn't even dark yet. It was like maybe like dusk. We got out of our cars. The cars lined up on the highway. We just walk away from the car. Everybody sees us. We get into this bush, get out of the way, have a pee. And then do the walk of shame back to the car, and everybody sees us, like, straight up. And we took a picture.
Insert here.
Absolutely won't insert here. Okay, so when Jess and I eventually moved in together, Jess had a cat named Paisley. One time, she got a little sick. She started pooing on everything. Like, well, you know what? She'd have, like, it would just be all in her fur. She'd like be sitting on stuff, chilling, like, yeah, what up? And it was just like making a mess. Like on my laptop, like all kinds of things. My windowsill, we had to bathe her. So in the bathroom of our first apartment, we like shut the door, laid some towels down, filled the bathtub, grabbed Paisley. Did I even mention she was a cat? I was holding a towel and I was kind of ready to catch Paisley when she...
I just realized that a PA's PA would be a papa.
Jess was holding Paisley and she kind of like dipped her into the tub. Just her bum. She was all yucky. Paisley immediately started freaking out as soon as her fur kissed the water. And she jumped out of the tub, clawing into Jess's thighs. Deep lacerations in Jess's thighs. All the while smearing gross fur all over Jess's forearm. She got through me. I think she went through my legs. That little rascal. But we had shut the door, so she was trapped. So I got her the towel, but she was like an unhappy girl that day. The end. Jess and I also fostered a dog. A huge dog. Her name was Nanook. She was a husky. She was a beautiful baby. One morning, I woke up to the sound of Jess absolutely losing her mind. Because Nanook was just getting her up early in the morning every day. That's the thing. Nanook really took a liking to Jess, not so much me. I still had to like walk her and stuff and deal with her, but like I was never her first choice. Pros and cons. Hey, Jess? Okay, so picture this. We're on the 4th story up. Jess and I are sitting outside. We got a blanket on us. Happy day. My phone didn't have a case on it. I had an iPhone 5, like the squarish ones. We're dicking around. I realize my phone is loose in the blanket. I pick up the blanket to try and find it. Pew. My phone goes over the 4th-story balcony. Slides right out of my hands. I see it drop. Oh my fuck, I say. And guess what? It was perfectly fine. Blessed day. Okay, I got a good one. Jess and I decided to hang out with this dude who was like really annoying. But we went out, we were hanging out with him, and I don't know where we started. We were like going from bar to bar, I guess. And he was just like so annoying that we decided to, when he was out of the room, call a cab and leave. And not say a single word. Goodbye. Okay, I need a brush. Whoa, did you guys see that?
I hope so.
Are you ever putting on powder? Giving her? And then you accidentally touch a bristle into your mouth and then you drag spit all over your face? I've told a lot of stories and I haven't even done anything yet. Jess was doing crafts one day. Something went awry with her homemade candles and they leaked all in the oven. And so every time we turned it on after that, it was like violent smoke. So we couldn't really use it until we like scraped it and like soaked it and scraped it and did all these chores. I hate chores. We're also known as the dumpster queens for reasons I'll explain. It all started at Boots and Hearts some year. We haven't been in a while. We got some poutine at a concert and wanted somewhere to sit and eat it. And so we found this nice little spot by the fence between 2 other like food trucks. And we're minding our own B's and Q's. And then suddenly, a man is like peeing over my shoulder. like Jess is looking behind me. And there's this guy who's like obnoxiously close to me, taking a pee through the fence that we're sitting against. Suddenly we realize there's a garbage can near us. There's a couple other guys peeing. We're in like, the pee and garbage area. So obviously we have to get out of there. So we move. And actually, Jess, I don't know if you remember this, but we actually went and stood beside some more garbage cans. So now that I took a good long look at myself, I just have to fix a couple things with concealer. One time, Jess came to visit me when I was out of town on a show. And we were going out to meet some people from work. And we took a cab. We took this minivan cab. We get to the bar. Jess kind of steps out of the cab weird. Kind of takes a knee a little bit. Turns out Jess like legitimately twisted her ankle and like could hardly walk for the rest of the night. I'm gonna start on my eyeshadow while I talk about our good pal Garbutt. This one time, Garbutt came over. He asked, it was kind of late at night. It was like maybe 7 or 8 o'clock. Garbutt asked if he could make a coffee. And he had this like giant Rick and Morty mug that I got him for a holiday that he just like kept at our apartment for whenever he wanted coffee. It was big though. He filled it to the top with black coffee. Chug-a-lugged it all. Within minutes, he's getting a hot flash. He starts getting hot. He's like, oh my God, I'm so sweaty. Takes his coat off. He's like kind of delirious at this point too, which is weird because he stopped at our house on his way to go out somewhere. So after he chugged this coffee, he immediately passes out on our like small little leather couch, curls up, falls asleep, stays the whole night there. Didn't go to his plans, didn't do anything. This other time shortly thereafter, he never drinks, but he was drinking. We were pre-drinking to go out somewhere. Garbutt drank some, I don't know, didn't agree with him. Okay, so I just covered my eyelids almost completely in this light brown color. The more I put it on, the more nice it looked. So this one time, Jess got invited to a little party at her boss's house. And so again, I'm tagging along with Jess. Jess, for some reason, was drinking red wine, even though it's not her typical drink. She starts drinking it, not once, but twice. Did she
spill red wine on her boss's white carpet?
I got really into The Office lately. And I started calling Luna Big Tuna. And let me tell you, that is caught on. The smallest little Jack Russell ever. That was a really good whistle, and I got it on camera. I can't really whistle, guys. So one time, me and Jess went to the Grand. The Grand is this bar in our hometown. So Jess was feeling a little ill one night. I had a couple of... Oh my God, okay. So before disaster struck, I was talking about Jess at the Grand. So Jess starts feeling sick, fearlessly reaches her hand around, has a little puke, and then proceeds to launch it behind her. It's behind her. It's gone. It's a past issue. And then as it's flying, I hear it just slap the pavement. That was a classic Jess night. Hopefully I don't have to use concealer for a cut crease because I really just don't feel like doing that. Then take the brush that you put the black all over your face with and blend the two colors together because they're friends. We call each other Homie-Wan Kenobi, like Obi-Wan Kenobi from Star Wars. But Jess sometimes has never seen Star Wars. And she just tends to say, Kenomi?
Because it rhymes with a homie.
So even though I'm doing this YouTube channel, like I'm a pretty introverted person for the most part. I don't know how to really explain myself. I just am. Anyway, Jess is an extrovert. Yeah, it's always funny when like, now that I don't live with Jess, she comes over and like immediately is opening the blinds, putting on music. I listen to music sometimes, but like, I don't know, not at the same volume. What I did was take this liner that I actually was gonna return at Sephora and I ended up just using and doing all the way around my eyes. Highlight. So Jess and I were at camp one time. Basically, we go to this trailer park. So it's like a little neighborhood. And we're just two trailer park chicks going around the outside. Jess's ex-boyfriend, was kind of giving her a hard time this night. And this was also a night when like a huge fight broke out at the trailer park. Jess and I went back to her parents' trailer away from the fight. Ex comes along. He's mumbling some crap. He's gonna go and he's never gonna come back. And Jess is like, okay. So Jess and I leave and we go to our neighbor's trailer and she has this plastic table and chair set. He accused Jess of like, I don't know, like being with me all the time. I can't help that I'm wicked awesome. Always with your best friend. Picks up a plastic chair. Whoop-ah! Hits it against the chair. I mean,
the trailer.
The trailer, which is literally now our trailer, which I find like the funniest part of half of this. Well, anyway, Jess's podcast that we have, yeah, last night Jess and I went to a drag show and she wore Roots pants and honestly looked so good. Just lip gloss for me today. You know what I have tonight? No plans. Well, thank you for listening to all my stories about living with Jess. That was really fun. And yeah, we're gonna go to Dairy Queen now.
We've earned it, baby.
Peace and love.